What is going on, my fellow crypto enthusiasts? We are going to be doing another overview video today on an NFT project called Bulls on the Block. And this is a project with 10,000 uniquely created, generated bulls. And the project's been around for a couple months. I want to say about 3 months this project has been around, and they've had some big news and developments lately. And I thought it would be a good time to circle back and cover this project as we hadn't talked about it yet. And just to start, I will admit that I am a holder of this project. I do actually own 5 bulls myself, so I do have a little bit of personal vested interest in this project. But as all of these videos in the crypto space, this is not financial advice. I'm just giving you some personal opinions. I am giving you some ideas, food for thought, and just an overview of what this project is. And remember, anything that you invest in this space is 100% at risk. It is a risky space. You're not guaranteed to make a profit. You're not guaranteed anything in this space. It could all disappear tomorrow. So I am not giving you financial advice. But with that, let's get into the good stuff and let's talk about these bulls on the block and why I'm so bullish on them at this moment and have been, and that's why I invested in this project. And a neat thing is I'm in another project called Deadheads, which we'll probably be doing actually our next video on. But my first introduction into Bulls on the Block was hearing about this project, wanting to get in, but not really having any liquidity. I didn't really have any Ethereum available at the time to purchase one. So I went into their Discord, which their Discord's sitting at roughly about 11,000 members right this moment. And I went into their Discords, just started chatting with people, went into their trade channel, went into the selling channel, and just put it out there that I was interested in exchanging a deadhead for a bull. And I know there's oftentimes in both of the communities, you might find some people that have like-minded investments. So I went into both the deadheads and the Bulls on the Block channels, let it be known that I was looking to do an even swap 1-to-1, and I was able to acquire my first bull. And I'll just quickly show you the bulls that I do have. So let me get out of the way over here. All right, so I'm actually on Rarity Tools right now. I've got a video where I've actually covered Rarity Tools in the past. But what we're looking at right here is it is connected to my current wallet that holds my 5 bulls on the block. And this one right here over on the left, the one that's the rank 2581, is the very first one that I ever acquired, my Sailor bull there. So I did a exchange of a deadhead for my bull, and that's how I first got involved with the project. It was within a week or two after that that I started to slowly acquire another here and there, and I got to a point where I got 5. And the main reason that I wanted to do that was because they had something going on where they were taking snapshots every Sunday, and they still are up to this point, of how many bulls you have, and that was going to entitle you to this comic that was being done by the artist who did the bulls. So more to come on that. I didn't want to dive too much into it. Just wanted to show you just a look of what some of these bulls look like. And some of the, the only negative feedback people ever really had about these bulls was the backgrounds, because it's all these days, a lot of people like their NFTs because they can be used as profile pictures. That's a big thing when you're buying these NFTs. When you think of CryptoPunks and some of these other projects, people like to make their prized NFTs their personal profile pictures. And the big thing with the bulls was that people were saying that it was just too busy. There was too much going on in the background to make it their personal profile pic. That's debatable compared to some of the projects where they just got the plain colored background. But there's going to be more to come on that and why the bulls have decided to evolve. That's going to be the big topic and discussion of what we're going over today. But let's head back over to the Bulls on the Block website here, and you are immediately greeted on their new website with this awesome looking bull here on the right hand side of the page. And this is artwork designed by Rui Duarte. And this is his Instagram page right here that we're looking at, but he is the artist behind this project. I have watched his followers grow just over the past month or two here. What he has been designing here, and what you can see on these most recent posts, are what we're calling the evolved bulls. So the evolved bulls are going to be, we can say, I don't want to say replacing the original bulls, as there'll be more details and information that I'm going to provide you on how that's happening. But everyone that owns a bull is going to be able to obtain a new evolved bull that has this awesome artwork, and I'm pumped for it with some of the sneak peeks that they have shown us for what these look like. But I want to go over this website, I want to go over the roadmap, and I just want to go over, what this future is going to be looking like for the bulls as we approach 2022, because their roadmap walks us all the way through right now with a crazy month of October, a busy November, and then some little sneak peeks of what's going to be happening in January. We're on the main page here. Of course, we got our ability to join Discord, learn more. The Evolved Bulls are coming on October 15th. But let's hop right over here to the roadmap. This roadmap is extensive, and this is going to take up the most of the video right here that we're looking at. We have gone from having these bulls to being able to mint a matching ID bear for every single bull that you have. You would be able to obtain a bear. And now the next part of this project is getting your evolved bull. So they've taken this artwork and it's transitioned into this awesome looking evolved bull that I will say is a very unique style of art, that when you look around at the NFT space and you look at the JPEGs and the type of art that we're seeing here be released on projects weekly, if not daily, this is a very unique look, and I think it's going to take off. I think there's going to be a lot of people who love this design and this look and just see the uniqueness of it. That's just my opinion. So let's head down here. Let's check out the roadmap. I would call this the roadmap 2.0. As you're gonna see here, it's talking about September. The project's been out longer than that, but there's been some changes. They've already reached milestones on the existing old roadmap, and here is what our new roadmap is showing, that there is gonna be a Bull DAO wallet and voting. And let's just quickly hop over and talk about what a DAO is. A decentralized autonomous organization. And what is so nice about these is it's basically saying that at the top level, we don't have a management company. Yes, we have managers and we have people that are helping run this project, but at the end of the day, the core group of people that are going to help make decisions that impact the longevity, the profitability of this project is going to come down to the actual holders in that project. So out of those 10,000 holders of this project, or it's not 10,000 unique holders at this moment, it's more like 3,400, but out of those unique holders, the owners of this project are going to be the people that can make the votes. If you were to hold, say, 150 bulls, that means you can vote 150 times. So that definitely gives you a little bit more leverage and voting power and decision making, and a way to tip the scale than the person that only adds a couple. So you start to talk about decentralized organizations like this, and there's positives and negatives, but at the end of the day, it is a good way to keep the playing field a little bit more level and put the power of these decisions in the people. Is that good or is that bad? To be determined. So how does a DAO work? And I'm saying DAO, that's how I want to pronounce it. The decisions get made from the bottom up, basically what we've talked about. Collective members owns the organization. They operate using smart contracts, which are essentially chunks of code that automatically execute whenever a set criteria are met. They're deployed on numerous blockchains nowadays, though Ethereum was the first to use them, and that is what this project is on. We were talking about the Ethereum network. So a group of developers creates the smart contract. They launch it, they set the rules, the governance system, and then that's set. Any future changes to that are going to have to get voted on and implemented. The only negative to that is if there's a problem with the code or there's some type of hack that happens, it could take a little bit longer for something like that to get fixed. So why do we need DAOs? Well, it just helps keep things moving. It helps projects make decisions and move forward without things getting stuck at the top level where decisions or arguments and things like that are happening. So that leads us to talk about the principal agent dilemma, which is basically what we just talked about, but this is a good little explanation of why it helps to spread out the decision making. So this started back in 2016, if that matters to you, but I want to mention some disadvantages of the DAO. So this is interesting. MIT Technology Review, for example, revealed it considers it a bad idea to trust the masses with important financial decisions. While MIT shared these thoughts back in 2016, it has never changed its mind on DAOs. So that's interesting. And I think that is a good topic to bring up because you look at this NFT space right now and it's hard to say what the average age of the person in this space is. I can tell you it ranges anywhere from kids to adults. And when you have that array of investors, the decisions and the voting that's going to be made is always going to most likely be personally biased. So a lot of people are going to vote based on what's best for them. Yes, it's going to come down to hopefully what's best for the project, but at the end of the day, it's what's best for the holder. So as somebody that's typically looking to make profit, a lot of the decisions are gonna be made on that what's advantageous to me, which it should be. You know, we want it to be advantageous, but the question becomes when you have somebody, say a 12-year-old clicking on a vote button on yes and no, where is their thought process coming from? Are they putting the right thoughts into it? But at the end of the day, that's what a DAO is. It's putting that power and it's spreading it out so that you get these decisions that are made by the group collectively and we just go with the majority vote. So positives and negatives to that. I do think DAOs are great though in the NFT space because this is a space that moves fast and people always want to see results. And what better way to do that than to put the power back in the holder's hands to keep them more involved in your project and keep that community going and growing. So let's head back over here to the roadmap because there is a lot to cover on here. So September 2021, it was the Bull DAO wallet and voting, which is now available. So if we head back up here to the top of the page, let's hop right over to the DAO page, and then we will hop back over to the roadmap. So you can see here, 187 members on Bulls on the Block. I mean, this is brand new. Like I want to say in the past 24 hours, we could get in here and get on the DAO. And I haven't connected it yet with my wallet, so we will do that. DAO is set up on Snapshot. So right here, this little lightning bolt, if I click on that, this is actually the home page for the snapshot.org. You can see here they've got all the projects with DAOs currently set up through Snapshot in order of largest number of members on down. So if we just scroll down here, you'll see Bulls on the Block is slowly rising towards the top of this page with the 187. So we can click on join right here. You must agree to Bulls on the Block terms of service, yada yada. We got to connect our wallet. We're going to click on MetaMask. It's going to connect. We're going to click next. Permitted accounts required. You know, always be careful when you're signing transactions with your wallets, people. That is one way that you can get hacked. All right, so we've connected our wallet. Let's click on join again for Bulls on the Block. Signature request. We're going to sign that. All right, you can see it just went away. And over here on the left-hand side, it added the icon for the Bulls on the Block. So we can click that. You can see we can leave. It shows joined. You can also use this button here if you want to go, woo, nice and bright. But right here, 10 ETH floor sweep from community wallet. So this is the only current proposal that's out there right now. It ends in 13 hours. So that's the current one that's active. Over here on the left-hand side, you can see where you can actually create your own proposal. You need to have a minimum of 50 Bulls on the Block in order to submit a proposal. So another thing that's interesting about the DAO. So more of the whale holders in a project are gonna have the ability to create these proposals. You can add multiple choices. You can select your start date and time, allow it to be single choice voting or multiple choice, and publish that. So we're gonna back out there. We'll click on about. Just talks about, here's the admins, authors, and just some basic information on this DAO. So let's head back in here and let's click on this current one that was created by Cypher. So you can see they are just proposing a 10 ETH floor sweep from the community wallet. A floor sweep, that's a controversial topic in terms of NFTs. That's where the devs or whoever has control of the community wallet is usually coming in and they're buying a bunch of the floor priced NFTs. Does that really do anything? Does it create this, artificial floor? I think it does, because when you look at what the current price is of a bull, which is averaging, we'll double check, but I want to say they're around 0.3 Ethereum right now, so almost a third of an Ethereum. You have to ask yourself, how many of those are they able to buy with 10? Well, the answer would be 30. And if they buy 30, is it really going to move the pendulum that much on what the floor price is? It might bring it up to, say, 0.32. You just don't know. It depends on the floor. So if there are floor sweeps, I like it when they kind of spread it out and they don't necessarily do it all at once. Maybe they space it out throughout the month or the day. It just depends. There's pluses and minuses to the floor sweeps. Again, I don't mind it when I know that the bulls that they're picking up are going right back to the community by doing giveaways, incentivizing creators and people that are coming in and maybe doing derivatives or doing another type of project that's going to benefit the community as a whole. I think that's a great way to just reinvest those bulls back out there and get new people into a project. So I'm not totally against it. You can see most people are for it, obviously. So we were telling you before that for each bull that you own, you're able to cast one single vote. So this person up here that holds 142 bulls, which is the highest holder right now that is enrolled in the DAO. I don't know if that's the highest whale that this project has, but you can see they voted no. And for the no's, there's 202 votes for no. So for all we know, for all we know, 70% of those votes came from this one holder. And that just shows when you have whales, they can really tip the scale in their favor for or against a proposal. You could get a couple of these whales, let's just call it the top ones that you're staring at on this page, they could all get together, put a proposal in, and maybe kind of steer the way the results are. And I say steer because yes, they can't 100% control it if everyone's voting. They go and propose something, right out of the gate you see that majority of the people have voted yes, maybe majority of the people have voted no. That might start to make you think you might be needing to vote that way as well. You might not go off your own gut. You might rely on what other people are saying. So we look at this, you can tell the way that this is gonna end up is there is going to be a 10 ETH floor sweep happening based on the number of votes here. So what are we going to say? Let's just go with the majority here and we're going to vote yes. So check this out. Confirm your vote. Are you sure you want to vote yes? The action cannot be undone. I like that. It's make your decision and don't come back and change it. Your voting power, 5 bulls on the block. It's taking a snapshot. We can click vote. So you can't go divvying up your votes. We're signing that, and now that is officially on the blockchain, and I have voted. So this is going to be ending, and as we can tell, there will be a floor sweep happening. What's nice though is you can see all the different wallets. You can see how many people own how many bulls, and you can see, there's a lot in this project. There's a lot of holders with 10 plus bulls. Let's head back over to the actual bulls on the block website. Let's just keep backing up and head back over. Get back over down to our roadmap here, make sure I'm out of the way completely. They've implemented this. You can see funds are transferred to the Bull DAO wallet. 40% of OpenSea royalty fees, which are 5%, are going to go to the new Bull DAO wallet. 40% are going to be sent to the team wallet, and then 20% to the co-founding team of this project. I do have Etherscan open right now. Here is the address of the community wallet, which holds about 91 Ethereum right now. That is a nice size community wallet. Roughly in current fiat value, that's about $250,000 that they have to work with. And something in the past that they did, before we had the actual DAO for voting, we had some Discord voting going on for actual bull holders. And at one point a couple weeks ago, they started investing in some NFT assets to build ourselves our own little asset portfolio. And I have that open right here. So you can see Bulls on the Block community wallet. And this is actually a community wallet that's made some purchases based on voting from the community. We had a whole bunch of NFTs that were proposed to purchase, and you can see some of the larger ones that we had purchased would be, we do own a VFriends, and I'm saying we as I am a community holder member. We have a Brave Bison that was purchased for 8.5 Ethereum. There's only one Brave Bison even listed right now on VFriends, and the asking is 33 Ethereum. So I will say this is a good investment. If you just want to click on it and go to VFriends, which is Gary V's project, just the floor price alone right now is almost up to 17 Ethereum. So this is roughly already doubled that investment. I'm guessing these are going to be long-term investments. This hat right here, by the way, was a cool little gift that was airdropped to all the holders of the bulls about a month or two ago. So it's a wearable for Decentraland. Thought I would just mention that. The Punks comic. This is another one that was purchased. We purchased this for 2.3 Ethereum. And Punks Comics at this current moment have a floor price of about 5.69. So you can see just between those two projects alone, they've already doubled the value in those. Not that you realize that value until you've actually sold that asset, but you can see those to this point, they look on paper to be some good investments. So what's next on our roadmap? September and October, they're going to be working on legal reorganization. That is interesting, and it's good to see this. They just want to make sure that as they start to have international and U.S. firms that get involved with this project, that everything is set up correctly, between law firms, CPAs, and just making sure that everything's done with compliance in terms of tax, regulations, and the securities. Bulls on the Block leadership team is going to be created. There's going to be an election for a couple different roles. And if we scroll back up, I know I keep hopping around, but if we click on team up top here for the Bull team, you can see here we got Bobo the Dev, Dev Damp, Rui, who is our artist. And then we come down here to the leadership team. This is to be determined. So the roles that we're going to be doing some voting on and hiring for these Lieutenant Bull marketing, Lieutenant Bull community, you can see they've got this little org chart right here that we will be working with. So that has to do with the leadership team. Bull Comics. So something they did was every bull holder I was telling you was able to mint a bear, and I have those bears showing right now. This is one of my profiles. You can see here I've got my 5 bears because I had my 5 bulls, so I was able to mint 5 of these bears. They have matching IDs that match up with my bulls. So you see here, Bulls on the Block number 7729. 7729 is this guy right here. So they have matching IDs. And what the Bulls on the Block community has done is Rui, the artist, has created a set of comics for all the Bulls holders. And they were taking 10 snapshots. And after these snapshots have been taken, what's happening is each snapshot was seeing how many matching ID combos you had throughout the 10 weeks. So each week you were getting extra points. So I have 5 matching ID bull bears. I get 5 points each week on this snapshot. So after 10 weeks, if I still hold all of those throughout this whole time, that'd be 50 points. And those 50 points is going to entitle me to a certain style of comic strip. And they're going to have a couple different comics that are being sent out to people. So that has to do with this October release of those. That's exciting. It's a nice way to get people to hold or hodl their actual bulls as well. And rather than just take those and flip them on the marketplace, we want long-term holders. And it's a good way to incentivize people to hold on to something is by offering an airdrop or offering another NFT. So the next big thing, we've already talked about it a little bit. It's our Evolved Bulls and the website 2.0. There's the Evolved Bull drop that's going to happen on the 15th, as we just saw on the homepage. New website with new branding and the bullpen launches, which we're already partially on that new website right now, but they're going to have this bullpen, and the bullpen is a members only area. OG bull holders can evolve their bulls by locking them in the vault for 1 year in return for an evolved bull. So that's something interesting to talk about. So they're making it so that you can get one of these evolved bulls for each bull that you own, but so we don't have this over surplus supply out there of NFTs where we have 10,000 of these original bulls and now you have 10,000 evolved bulls. They're going to make it so that you have to lock up your original bull in a vault for 1 year. And if you were to go and sell your new evolved bull, whoever now owns that bull at the end of that year lockup period will be able to obtain the original bull. At the end of that year, though, you will own both and you'll be able to do what you want with both. But for 1 year at least, we're going to have an even 10,000 supply. Doesn't mean you have to convert to an evolved bull, although I think you'd be crazy not to do it because of the way these things look. But that is just something to take note of, and that's an interesting thing. I have not seen any other projects do something like this. A lot of them will actually just have it burned and you're receiving the new one and the other one's gone forever. But why get rid of that old art? That's the original art that was created and what this project was founded on. So I think it's awesome that that piece of art is still going to be in existence. This is a really cool part of the roadmap here. This was mentioned about a month and a half ago. There is a collab with Sloppy Pencil, who's the lead animator for Rick and Morty. He goes by Sloppy Pencil on Instagram, and to qualify, you must hold a matching bull bear ID. And what they're going to do is, I think if you have 1 or 2 matching IDs, you're going to get this 3-second animation. If you have 3 to 10 matching IDs, you're going to get that 3-second animation with like an additional 3 seconds, and it's just going to evolve with the more matching IDs that you have. So there's going to be a cool little airdrop that happens with that. I don't think it's going to be something we mint. I believe that's just going to be a straight airdrop. Merch store coming in October. Also, they're going to launch a merch store allowing NFT holders to connect their wallet and print their NFTs on high quality merch. Or you're going to be able to purchase high quality custom designed Bulls on the Block branded merch very soon after launch. Community members will also be able to buy customized digital merch for use in the Metaverse from the merch store. So that is interesting. That's pretty cool. Kind of like the hat that you saw was airdropped to us. They're going to have some other items for in the Metaverse, and I think that's smart. I think that's really smart. October, also Bulls on the Block Academy. So you can see October is going to be a busy month for the team here. They're going to be launching a school on Teachable featuring free workshops, boot camps on NFT investing, art creation, engineering, NFT entrepreneurship, and the school is meant to help Bulls on the Block expand brand awareness outside of the existing NFT investor market, and also to share our experiences with other aspiring NFT entrepreneurs. So that's awesome. They're giving back. Bull token and bull staking. We're not going to dive too much into this, but there is a planned utility token that's going to be issued. Evolved bull holders are going to receive an airdrop of this token. And then the evolved bull NFTs can be staked to earn more bull tokens and exclusive companion drops. So there's going to be some tokenomics, and there will be more details on that to come. I'm starting to see that more and more with some of these projects where they're starting to mention having their own token. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out in this NFT space. Bulls in the Metaverse, not going to talk too much about this. They do plan to purchase land in the Metaverse and begin construction of several spaces. And I think they say several spaces because there's several Metaverses out there right now. And I don't think anyone knows which one is going to be the reigning king. There's only one, Axie Infinity, that's really public, we'll say. And then you got some others that are in their alpha or beta states, such as Sandbox, Decentraland. And I don't even like to say that with Decentraland because you can just load it up on a browser and access it right now. Then we got Bulls on the Block mobile app. I'm a little torn on that. I don't know if resources and money need to really go into apps right now when you have places like Discord, but it says goes mobile. Bull holders will be able to buy, sell, trade, evolve, and stake their NFTs on the mobile app. But I do like that flexibility. I do like the fact that hopefully I might be able to do something like that away from my main PC, away from the main computer where I'm having to access my MetaMask. It might be nice to have this mobile app and enhance the mobility features. Bulls on the Block Accelerator, November, December. This is going to launch an NFT startup accelerator designed to help upcoming NFT projects launch quickly. So this is interesting. Members will receive pre-sale access to all the projects launched through the accelerator, and Bulls on the Block is going to receive a percentage of Ethereum raised. So this is a great way to keep that community wallet funded, and it's a great way to get bull holders into other projects that they might not have even heard about or learned about through this collaboration. And it's also a good way to get visibility and members and more traction to a newer project. Hopefully they vet all these projects though properly, and don't just accept any project. Fractionalized drops, bull token sale. So launch of the Bulls on the Block fractionalization platform. Premium one-of-one NFTs only available via fractional ownership, some of them designed by Rui, some the result of collabs with other top artists. Buyers must purchase bull tokens to participate in the fractionalized drops. Also, most likely you'll have received some tokens from having the evolved bulls and already starting to stake. So it looks like you'll be able to exchange maybe a bull to get even more. Again, I don't want to dive too deep into that until more information is released on the actual tokenomics and how that'll work. BullCon, which is pretty cool. It's going to be a conference that they are hosting. Bulls on the Block are hosting, virtual conference with a hackathon for NFT artists, engineers, entrepreneurs, and investors designed to share knowledge about NFT investing and entrepreneurship. And it's going to include the hackathon with prizes, a strong presence of high school and college students in addition to working professionals. And the speaker lineup will include founders of many top NFT projects. So that's pretty neat to hear about, a virtual conference. I have not really seen any other actual projects say they're going to head one of these up. I know there's a couple conferences already planned. I believe there's one happening in New York City this year, and next year there's one going to be happening in Las Vegas. So it's starting to you're starting to see a lot of traction and a lot of people interested in attending these sort of things. So I think it's really smart of them to offer this whole BullCon ticket. And I know anyone that holds a bull, I think it was as of this past Sunday, was snapshotted into getting free access into this. And then we are wrapping it up here, but we are heading into January. They're going to have a liquidity pool. It's going to the bullpen will be expanded to include the automated market maker and liquidity pool that allows community members to earn a return by providing liquidity to the community and swap their bull or bear NFTs for bull tokens when they need liquidity. So that's interesting. And we love bears. So come January, the bears are going to finally get some of the love they deserve. And we have some interesting things coming to the Bears on the Block collection. Details will be announced long before we get to this milestone. So we're already here at the end of September. We'll probably hear something within the next month or two. Of course, the problem is with the speed of which the NFT space moves right now, when you mention things like this, when you release information in Discord, you immediately got people asking questions about this stuff. So even though this is the last thing on the roadmap, I'm sure there's already been some people that have wanted to get more details and ask about that. But that is Bulls on the Block. And there's not much more to really show you. If I head over here, I'm going to click on the Bears on the Block project so you can just see this project right now sitting at about a 0.1 floor price. That floor has not really changed much since they released the Bears on the Block. The project's always been sitting at around 0.05 to 0.14. That did trend down when they were released to right now. If we click on volume traded, you can just kind of see the graph here on how this went from when they released. But overall, it still had a good amount of volume. 580 Ethereum has still changed hands. But you can see it's been going up the past couple of days with some more sales. 177 the other day, not bad. And if we just want to go to the Bulls on the Block, we'll pull them up real quick here on OpenSea, check out what the floor price is doing. So we're at about a 0.32 floor price. 4,300 total has been traded, and you can see the floor. So we had talked about that floor sweep, and they're going to spend 10 Ethereum. So that's roughly going to be probably 28 Bulls that they purchase. So let's check out their volume traded. You can see here it's been trending up here since about mid-September, and a lot of these announcements and a new roadmap have come out. You can see everyone's getting behind this project, and I'm happy to be a member of this project right now. I think sky's the limit. I'm excited for my comics that are going to be getting released here in October, and I think this is a project that everyone should check out. Don't sleep on those bulls. I love the fact that when you're talking about bullish and bearish market, I like that the Bulls have actually created both the Bulls and the Bears so they can kind of play on that. But either way, I'm super excited for these evolved Bulls. I'm going to see here if I can't pull up some sneak peeks to show you guys. All right, so we're staring at the announcements page right now on Discord. And what you can see here is here was one of those announcements. This is back on September 11th, where they were talking about how the sloppy pencil collab would work, and how, you know, what I was already mentioning to you guys, the 1 to 2 matching IDs, you're going to get piece A, piece B, and so on. If we scroll down here, when they first started talking about the evolving bulls, which was in September here was some of the sneak peek of what some of these bulls would look like. So you can see how drastically different these bulls look. I mean, it's the same bulls, but they are truly evolved. I don't know how you cannot be excited or think that this art is not sick. Another cool thing is, for the most part, your bull is going to be the same bull that you have now, just with the enhanced art, but everyone has a 0.5% chance of obtaining a gold bull when they go and evolve their bull. So that's also exciting to think about. Let's scroll down here. I just want to show you guys a couple more sneak peeks, see if they've got them up here or not. I'll just leave you with this. So here's another little sneak peek. This was just a one big picture that was put together talking about the evolved bulls coming. You could just look through this picture here, just get yourself an idea of what's coming and what's in store. You can see the lava bull sitting right there next to the gold bull. You can see what some of these traits are going to be looking like. You can see over here you got the tiger skinned bull. This is the zombie one right here with the laser eyes. The Yakuza in the middle is just fire. You got the rainbow bull. This is your robot bulls right there. So just some really awesome stuff in store. I am excited to see where this project is going just over the next 4 months. When you see that roadmap, it's an aggressive roadmap, but I think that's needed in this space right now. People are always wanting to see constant development and constant movement forward. That's what the community wants to see, and that's what this community is doing. They're moving forward, they're taking action, and they're creating a pretty awesome project with a big community, strong community behind them, and there's going to be more to come. So I'm excited to see where this goes, and I hope you guys got something informative out of this video. I hope it helped maybe make a decision for you on if it's a project you want to get involved with or not. I'm excited to see what happens again with these bears down the road. But all I know is, come 2 weeks from now, we're going to have some cool evolving happening with these bulls. I'm sure I'll be throwing some of this on my Twitter to show what I end up having my bulls look like. Maybe I land up with that gold bear, but gold bull, but we will see, and more to come. If you guys like this video, hit like, hit subscribe. I appreciate you for taking the time to make it this far through the video if you did. And if you want to check around my YouTube channel, I got some other videos here where I talk about the metaverses and then just go over some other projects. And I'll start to do some overviews on some of the marketplaces and things that you need to be getting involved in this NFT space, so you're not left behind and so you're updated with the most current information and can help make some informed decisions. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a great day, have a great week, and make sure you keep up to date with this crypto space, because it's changing by the minute, it seems, every single day. Thanks for watching. See you soon.